So what we've built is as a complete lead generation and automatic client nurturing system that can work 24/7 without worrying about how to generate sales and doing all the digital online stuff. That's our mission with our business owners. So that's now possible with this suite of tools. So we have a social tool, a content tool powered by AI. We have a lead generation system. We have an online reputation and social listening system, chat and engagement, data and analysis, and then a whole AI powered central suite, which brings it all together. So those are the tools that I've spent 13 years building and workshopping with Johan to bring them all together. So it's the new business acceleration software, makes it easy and fast to compound your cash flow month after month. And it's much faster and easier than having to spend years building it all yourself, of course. So let me show you why it's amazing. The first thing that this is for every business owner that I've spoken to with this particular component, Lorenzo, in isolation, this particular component that I'm about to show you in isolation makes 90% of business owners go, whoa, didn't realize it was possible. So now this is just step one of what we do in combination. So let's go and have a look at the lead generation. So welcome to Comet Suite. This is the singular dashboard of the suite of tools that we've built. And this is a demo company. And the first area that we want to look at is the area of lead generation. So we come down to Comet Leads. And we start to open up and look for the ideal client for a customer. And that's the tool that we've built here. So I'll probably have to just log back in. Yep, will do. So logging in. So the first question that I ask a business is, who is your ideal customer? Who are you trying to sell to? What's your target market? And of course, depending on the business is going to depend on their answer. But for you, for example, Lorenzo, what kind of businesses do you work well with? Like, who is your ideal customer?
I'm an e-commerce guy, so I'm more physical product. And
great.
But right now I'm working on launching a product on Kickstarter. And so that's one thing I'm working, but also working with my business partner, helping him. He has a bunch of, courses and all that. So trying to relabel and relaunch some of these courses. And he's teaching people how to basically learn the skills so they can quit their jobs and become entrepreneurs and coaches and whatnot. So that's one of the things he's working with. Is going to be teaching mainly people that are driven, that want to build impactful businesses. That's me and him. We have that in common. We want to inspire people to start impactful businesses.
Fantastic. So let me give the example focusing on the e-commerce side just for a second. We have a client in the UK. And when I was talking to her about this particular program, because this lead generation model is typically for the B2B space, but one of our clients in the e-com space, she has developed and actually licensed a series of health products that are no plastic, health-related products. And so one of the things that we wanted to help her with was getting her products into more stores, having more health practitioners actually stock her products. So for something, if you're in the e-com space, if you're licensing your own brand, or if you've got your own products, reaching out to influencers or other people that can get your products into the hands of your customers is going to do you great things. So we start with different types of finding those ideal clients. So if we're looking for, I'll use that example, the one in the UK, where it might say she wanted to look specifically at businesses that focused on plastic free. That was the whole thing. Find me businesses that are plastic free so that I can talk to them about my product. So simple enough, just type in plastic free, come down here, and she was based in London. So we're going to talk London, UK, let that find it. And we say, okay, find me all the businesses that focus on plastic free. And we start to find the stockists that she can then reach out to. So we've got the Zero Waste Shop, the Source Bulk Foods, Shop Without Packaging. These are the businesses that can stock her product. And these are the people that she can reach out to make sales. So we might say, you know what, these are great products. These are great customers. If we're talking B2B, we can change that search up. We can say, look, find me all the warehousing clients. Like
can I make a suggestion for a search? Can you look for vegan leather shops or whatever? Because I'm launching a vegan leather product.
Yeah, perfect. So which part of Canada are you in?
What?
Sorry?
Yeah, you go.
Canada, US, all the Western countries.
Okay, so well, let's start in Canada and we can just narrow it down from there. So let's start in Canada and let's look for vegan leather and update that search.
Wow.
And we go, boom, these are businesses that focus on or have vegan leather. So obviously Walmart doesn't just stock vegan leather, right? They're going to stock multiple other things as well. But I might have, we can start to focus in on that. So let me wind out our map here. We can start to say, look, find me this kind of business in Alberta as an example. So let's focus in. Go to Alberta,
Toronto,
Canada,
for example. Yeah, whatever.
Toronto, any borough, any suburb, any postcode, any location anywhere in the world, right? So these are Buckskin Leather Company, Tandy Leather, etc. Aritzia. Now, not all of these are going to be vegan specialties, but they stock vegan leather products because that's what it's showing up here in our search. Okay, so we might say these are a great starting point. Let's start our marketing research. Let's start some outreach to these clients. So how do we outreach? We've got their business name, we've got their address, we've got their reputation rating, we've got their website, we've got their phone number. What don't we have? What don't we have? We don't have their email address. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, look, these are all great starting points. So I'm going to tick them all and I'm going to add them to a campaign and let this software go to work. It takes about 30 seconds. I'm going to show you the results in just a sec. But what's happening now in the background is this software is now looking for all of the contact details it can find for all of these businesses. So we're starting to find a way that we can bring these ideal customers into an easy to manage system. Okay, so I'll come back to that in just a second. Over here, we can now go into a LinkedIn search and we can start to look for influencers and people at the kind of level that we're talking about. So for example, if you wanted to look for everybody that's a CEO, all right, find me all the CEOs in Toronto.
Wow.
Okay, find me all the CEOs in Toronto. Cool, here they are. So these are the CEOs in Toronto right now, and we can just keep scrolling down and loading more and bringing more and more people into this list. Okay, so these are the CEOs in Toronto. And again, I want to reach out to these people. These are great guests for my podcast. These are amazing network opportunities for me. So I can start to say, find me all of the ways that I can connect with these people. So again, I'm going to add these to a campaign and let the software go to work. Sorry, I need to select my numbers and add them to a campaign. We can also use the LinkedIn search for things that people are passionate about, and your e-com store is a great example. So if I come up here and type the word vegan and let LinkedIn do a search for me, okay, this is going to find people that are so passionate about being vegan that they've put it on their LinkedIn profile.
Amazing.
Right? So the people, you know, when you're looking at a LinkedIn profile and you see something like, I'm a CEO, founder of a tech company, father of 4, and Jedi Knight, you know, Star Wars specialist or whatever. If they're so passionate about whatever they do that they put it on their LinkedIn profile, these are people we want to be able to reach out to with products and information. Okay. So we can start to use this tool. Now, Lorenzo, again, this is just level 1 of the suite of tools that we've built. But what we're doing here is we're going to a business owner and saying, you know what, you're paying for Facebook ads, you're paying for Google ads, you're struggling. Most of the business owners I talk to rely on word of mouth as their primary lead source. And that's not a strategy, that's hope, right? Hope is a good thing, but it's not something that you can bank, right? So come across here, all of those businesses that we started to put into our list. Let's go and see some results now. So we've got now these businesses, and we've got their best email address, contact details, everything ready to go. And here's where the really cool part starts to kick in. All of these businesses now are in our CRM system and have already been tagged for our first outgoing cold outreach email, right? So all of these businesses now are here, ready to go out with our next email blast. And I'm going to get into this in just a second. But we go straight from who's your ideal customer? What are all their contact details and ways that we can communicate with them? Straight into a system that then automates the initial approach, automates the follow-up. But I'll show you one more thing before we leave this suite. The other thing when it comes to running leads for businesses is we want to take all of these amazing businesses that we've just identified as our ideal target, and I can drop them into a CSV file, okay? And now let's say, for example, that I've got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, whatever, vegans, okay, on a spreadsheet. I'm going to upload that spreadsheet straight to Facebook, and there's my custom audience. So now what I'm doing is, instead of going broad, looking for the right people to get my products into their hands, I can now spend a lot less money and know for a fact that they're interested in what I'm talking about. And we can then build that out for custom audiences and lookalike audiences and that kind of stuff. So we want to, this first part of the software is designed to solve the biggest problem for businesses, which is, how do I find my ideal customers? That's what we've built in this one. What do you think so far?
Amazing. So in terms of search criteria, how deep can you go? Like, how many factors can you add to search a profile?
At the moment, in this one, version 1, it's one level. So we can't say this with this, with this, with this, with this, find me that. But we are looking to build that in. So one of the integrations that we've got already tabled is to actually work with Sales Navigator. So you know how you've got Sales Navigator in LinkedIn, and you can really define your search. What we want to be able to do is take that search criteria out of Sales Navigator, dump it straight in here, and let that be the filtering. So at the moment, it's reasonably narrow. We can say, give me a business type, give me a person, give me a kind of that kind of level, and we go to work from there.
Awesome.
Cool. So starting point number 1, we go with solve the biggest problem. Let's get people in the door. That is component number 1. The next component, and this is what we really started to workshop once I came into contact with Johan, was using the power of AI to now nurture these ideal clients into a communication sequence and into a booking with us. So now we take our ideal clients and we take them through an AI nurture system. And let me show you exactly what I mean by that. And I'll actually, if it's okay with you, Lorenzo, I'll actually show you this AI working.
Absolutely.
So I'll actually get you to interact with our AI, and we'll actually see how this is going to come to be. So what we show within this system, a couple of different things that I'll show you here. So the first thing that we look at is that we build out these campaigns. So I can have a marketing campaign, and in my cold leads marketing campaign, I can set this to have SMSs, emails. So send an email, wait a day, send an email, send a text message, right? So I can actually have multiple campaigns running at any one time. So here's another campaign that I've got running here. With this campaign, we send an email and an SMS message after a certain period of time. So all of that can be built in. That's okay. That's all cool, but that's not AI. That's just a workflow sequence. Let me show you where the AI kicks in. So part of the tool that we have here is a complete website builder. So again, enabling, empowering a business owner to be able to manage their own stuff. I'm so tired of watching a business owner have to pay $1,000 to just change their logo on the website or update their phone number. So we've got a complete website builder system in here. So one of the funnels that I've got set up just for the demonstration, let me jump in and I'll show you. So we've got just a very basic page, but this page is completely editable. So a business owner, you don't need to actually pay thousands of dollars to update that one word on your website anymore. That's all part of this suite of tools. So I'm going to show, welcome Lorenzo. Okay, so I can update my system super quickly. All right.
Do you have templates
now I'm going to pop this.
Do you have templates for websites, landing pages, and all that, and sales funnels?
Tons of them. Tons of them, absolutely. And the ability, have you heard of ClickFunnels?
Absolutely. I'm a big on ClickFunnels. Yes, I was to mention that because it's all nice and dandy, but at the end of the day, you end up paying for a bunch of products, bunch of services. At the end of the month, you're spending $1,000, $1,500 just on services.
Exactly. And every single one of those services that you're thinking of, whether it's Calendly, ClickFunnels,
very
Sales
limited
Navigator,
and clunky. Yeah.
And they don't connect together, right? They're not integrated. So you end up with a whole bunch of disparate systems that don't talk to each other. Whereas when you've got them all in one, when one thing happens to a client contact over on the left-hand side, that same thing happens to the client contact over on the right-hand side, and everything works together. So let me share this link with you.
So it's an entire ecosystem, right?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay.
So the value of the sum of the parts is greater than the individual part. So let me share this, come over to Zoom, and I'll share this in our chat window here. So what this page is going to look like once you actually, let me open it up so you see what you're getting into. demo.cometsuite.com/welcome. So very, very simple page, like just as a demonstration page here. But welcome, Lorenzo. Let's show you how every lead will be captured and followed up. So this is just an example.
Is there a limit to how many landing pages or websites you can have on your account, or no?
I'd love to say yes so that we can, charge more money later on, but the answer is no, there's no limit. You can create as many funnels.
That really, one of the pet peeves of mine is with ClickFunnels, you pay $100, you have 20 funnels, you want to pay unlimited, you pay $1,000. It's crazy.
Absolutely. And if you've already got your pages on ClickFunnels, I'll show you something really, really cool that Johan loves in just a minute. So this is just a stupid example page, but what I want you to do is interact here. So I'm going to show you how this works by popping this in our chat box with our Zoom call right now. And Lorenzo, if I can ask you just to do this for me, just click on OK, show me, pop in your details, okay? And then keep an eye on your email and phone. Because what's going to happen is our system is going to send you an email that says welcome, and it's also going to send you a text message. And if you reply to that text message with a secret word, a word only you know, what's going to happen is you reply and our AI is going to kick in. And our AI is going to invite you to set an appointment. And you can say yes or sure or okay or sign me up or whatever it is that you want to say. It'll say, great, what day is next week? You choose a day. It'll say, these are the times on that day. Which time do you like? Choose a time. And it will drop a confirmed appointment straight to you. Okay, so reply to that text for me. Just reply anything. And this is the cool part. So reply with a secret word, Lorenzo, a word that only you know, so you know that I haven't set this up ahead of time.
Okay, I just put hi. I didn't know. I just put hi. So
okay, cool. So you've just put hi. So what might happen in a few seconds is our AI should see that and actually prompt you to.
Yes, I just got an email. Is that you? That's you guys. Reply. Yeah, I think it's you.
So now say yes. Let's say this is somebody that you've communicated with. You're talking about stocking the vegan leather products, and you want to get them on a Zoom call so you can demo them. They've said yes. Now watch what happens.
So do you want me to reply to the email or to the text message? I just got another text message.
There's text message. So it should have asked you now,
okay.
Do you want to set up an appointment? Say yes. And then it should say these days are available. Which day? Just choose a day. Okay. And while you're doing that, Lorenzo, our AI is capable of having 100 of these conversations a minute.
Whoa.
So we can have 100 of these confirmed booking conversations going through. Pick a time. Let's
say Friday.
Just for fun, just for demos.
Friday, 17th September. Okay.
All right. And what we're going to have in a second is a confirmed appointment, and not a single staff member.
Love that. The times. Let's say 3 p.m.
So Lorenzo, instead of writing 3 p.m., just write 3. Try and mess with the
smart enough to pick it up.
You like throwing the curveball, how you want? Okay, that's available. Should we book? Yes, please.
And now we have a confirmed appointment. Wow, and Lorenzo, just to, you know that little magician thing where all the way through the trick you're going, wow, and then at the end you go, oh my God, this has got to be some sort of real magic happening right here. Let me show you what's happening in our suite right now while you're having that
number it comes from. It's a 518. That's a US number. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
We can change it to Canberra.
Okay, that's
we can change it to any local number.
Okay.
So what happens in the background is every single conversation is tracked and kept in our system. So Lorenzo, here we are. Here's your conversation with our AI chatbot, okay? And here's that hi that you wrote. Here's every conversation, every back and forth. And here's the really cool part. Here's the really cool part. In our system, over here, if I come back into our platform, if I now come down to the calendar system, so this completely replaces Calendly as well. If I'm now looking in my calendar, I will see, where do we choose? Lorenzo as a confirmed booked appointment in my calendar, already done. Now imagine, take that all the way through, Lorenzo. I've gone, here's your ideal customers. We've sent out a message to those customers and asked them to engage with us. They've engaged, they've had a conversation, and we can build as many steps into that conversation as you like, but they've engaged and had a conversation. And the next thing you know is you've got a confirmed booking in your calendar and you've not had any connection to make that happen.
Okay. Wow.
Pretty cool. So I go, here's your ideal customer. Let's communicate with them. When they communicate back, our AI kicks in and we take them all the way through a nurture system to a booked appointment. Now, it doesn't stop there. That's just the beginning, because now we'll make sure, now this is a demo system, so you're not going to get plagued with SMSs or whatever. But now we've got a booked system. It reminds the person a few hours before. It sends them an SMS message 5 minutes before. It sends them a thank you email 1 hour afterwards. It follows them up, and the pipeline that we've got in our system. So now we have a fully built sales pipeline to replace things like Pipedrive or something like that. You are in our pipeline, and I can now just move our people through the different steps of the pipeline. Once we've had that confirmation, moving somebody through triggers the next series of can you see how this can take a business owner?
So wait a second, that works for both online businesses, agencies, as well as a brick and mortar business, like say a shop, a real estate agent, lawyer, employment agency, any business?
You can see why we're so excited about it.
Oh my God, this is like not even, I mean, atomic, this is a nuclear bomb you guys are dropping.
So this is why we're so excited about it. And this is why we want to get it into the hands of some business owners, because what we've shown you is like 1/10 of what we do in this suite. And now come back to that goal. The whole goal is to empower a business owner, an entrepreneur, to actually grow and take their business into their own hands. Put this in the hands of a real estate agent, a financial planner, a chiropractor, a dentist, a shop, and watch them be able to get their ideal leads into a system, booked in their program, and follow them all the way through, send them a thank you email, welcome them with a card, and everything tracked in the system. Everything.
So then I love that, but one issue I can see, maybe not initially, but further down the road is, let's say if I were to go after, say, real estate agents, let's say like in Toronto alone, I get this, say 50 or 100 real estate agents. Is it going to be not like all of these agents having access to the same leads and kind of like saturation and duplication of leads?
Well, think about it this way. How many real estate agents do you know of that will take action and move forward with this in a suburb? Right? It's going to be the top. It's going to be the ones that are that have that initiative, that have that drive, that go, you know what, this is going to push me forward. It's always the top performers that move themselves forward, right? So we're able to say, look, yes, if we've got 17 real estate agents all in the same suburbs, all accessing the same data, do you know what? We could have that. They're all going to write different emails. They're all going to have a different call to action and a different pitch. But what we provide to them is the framework that they can actually do that and grow their businesses for a change.
Yeah. Wow.
How are you feeling so far with what we've built?
Prior to this call, I was fighting just to stay awake, but now I'm fully awake.
Right.
I don't even need to have coffee. I'm drinking tea, but it's almost like I had like a triple espresso shot right now.
Fantastic. I'm glad, man. And again, come back to what we were saying at the start. Like, we're looking for people that can help us spread the word. And we want to be able to show you what we've built, that we're so passionate about, that we can help other businesses. And we're looking for people that are connected, that can say, hey, wow, let me get this into your hands, and we can reward them for that. So how to have clients book order meetings with you automatically, as we've shown you. How to have, now this is the bit that made Johan just go, oh, stop. I remember you saying to me, oh, this is too much. Being able to actually now build in social media into this platform.
Oh, wow.
Oh, now we're starting to get funky. So have omnipresence by leveraging social media and have that connected to all of the systems. So let me show you very quickly. This is where we start to go mind-melting overwhelm. So we have a complete social media management tool built into this framework. So we connect with all of the different social media accounts. So you can have multiple Facebook profiles, LinkedIn pages, Twitter accounts that you're posting to, all of the different groupings of your accounts. So you might have, one set of Facebook accounts and Twitter accounts and LinkedIn for the vegan profile, one set of LinkedIn and social media accounts for the podcast. We can have multiple groupings of those accounts. We can set this up to be a scheduled tool. So in other words, I can take content posts and I can say, you know what, there's 90 posts in this spreadsheet that I've got here. I can obviously, customize all of them, make them ready for my own business. But now I say, okay, you know what, I'm a business owner. I don't have time to be on social media. I know I should be, but I'm too busy being a doctor or a dentist or a chiropractor or whatever. So here's all your social posts. And I want this to go out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 2 posts a day for the next 3 months. And by the way, can you post to my LinkedIn profile, my Tumblr blog, my Reddit, my Facebook page, et cetera, and just make all of those update at random times with all of the content that we can put in.
Completely. You know, there are companies that are charging on the low end $997 to $2,000 just for that alone, just for the social media blast.
And we just did it in a click.
So are you offering each service individually or all in a one package deal type of thing? Are we going to get there?
Suite. It's a suite. It's a
Okay,
suite. It's
sweet.
everything included.
Oh,
because
wow.
what we don't want to do for a business is we don't want to say, and then this, and then this, and then this. For Johan and I, this was about saying, Mr. Business Owner, we want to be able to help you. This is our price. This is what we do. And this is what you get. So most of the times that we've spoken to business owners already about this suite, we haven't even told them like a quarter of what we've got, because what we show is so much value. They get everything else anyway. So it's a complete suite of tools. Exciting, right?
You know, the first thing that comes to mind, excuse my language, is where the fuck were you guys 5-10 years ago?
Yay! Can I have your permission to grab that as a sound bite? Because we use that in our marketing.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
What the hell were you guys 5, 10, 20, 50 years ago? Some people would say.
Well, it's taken me 13 years, but it took the leadership of Johan to actually say, you know what? We've got something really special here. Let's really build this out. So the social side of things is incredible. The next part of that is, for a business owner, we go, yeah, okay, cool. So you've got a great social tool. That's awesome. But what the heck am I going to post about? How can I come up with so much content to feed my social system? So we have an AI powered content engine built into the program. All right. And again, I won't go through like the depth of how this works, but from a software developer's point of view, sorry, let me log into this component. From a software developer's point of view, the reason this exists is because AI content isn't new anymore. In fact, there's, a billion different AI content models out there, but this is very different in one specific way. Have you seen like, what is it? Content AI or Jarvis, or have you seen any of the content writers, Lorenzo?
No, not really, no.
Okay. Some of the content writers that are out there, really, they're amazing. They're built on.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean. Yeah,
Microsoft GPT-3 open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're amazing, like the AI-based content. But as a person who's run my business for the last 15 years, every time I've looked at AI content, I've had 2 reactions. The first reaction is, wow. And the second reaction is, oh. And so I'm like, wow, look what it just did. And then I'm like, it's not actually great. It's just okay. So when we built this tool, what we recognized was that there's this synergy between AI-based content, but it still needs a human touch to make it an awesome piece of content at the end. And that's why we built this tool. So this tool allows you to cherry pick good content, add your human touch at the end, and then share that out through our social tool. So I'll give you do you want the quick example, or do you want us to go through?
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So let me start with, let's say I've got a couple of different article sources in here already. So imagine that it's going to be about a topic, vegan, leather, or, a topic of your choice.
Hey, hey, well, we've got 10 minutes. So I really want to smash this out really quickly. Is it okay if you do one of your examples and Lorenzo can just follow along in principle? Is that okay?
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, cool. All right. I'll do this really quickly then. So we say, hey, it's Tuesday. It's time to create some content for my social. So I go content. All right. And we go, let's go and find some source information. So I've got a couple of different demonstrations in here, chiropractic as an example, or mountain biking. So I'll grab a mountain biking content source. Let's say we're going to create some content about mountain biking. So now we've got all of these different articles and things that exist all about mountain biking. So I can say, you know what? These are great starting points for my content. I like this post. It looks really good. So I can come through and say, that one looks great. I'll take that post. That one's interesting. So we'll take that one as well. So now we've made a couple of different selections, and now we go to those specific content articles and we say, now let's have a look at the details. This looks like it didn't bring so much across. So let's find out our other article. Oh, here we go. Wow, I really like this photo. Let's grab that photo. let's add, you know what, this is all okay, but this last paragraph, man, that's exactly what I want to share with my audience. So I just highlight it and it adds it to my editor. Now I go to my other article and say, another great image, fantastic image, really love this bit. So I'll just add that. And now we're at the stage where you can say, I've got some base content. Let's go to our editor. Actually, before we do, let's drop in a YouTube video. So I've got a mountain biking YouTube video by channel ID or by keyword or however I want to bring this in. So I've got some great mountain biking based videos that's going to make my content look really hot. So I'll add that in as well. Then we come to the human element. We say, okay, this is all good. We've got a base of what we want to post out to our social media. Now let's make it our own. So all of this, where we've taken the content from, has all been attributed. So that's all, you know, staying compliant, making sure that we're attributing the source. But with one click, we have an AI rewriter that can rewrite that whole content and make it unique. So then you don't have to attribute it. But you can also add your own spin. So we can say, you know, our special offer on mountain bike, whatever it is, if you're running a mountain bike store. Okay, so our special offer on mountain biking. So you can make it your own, add your own touches, relay this out. So you know what, I really want this this particular block to be moved up in the list, or I want to shuffle it around a little bit. But here's where we get really, really cool. I want to make sure, again, thinking about a business owner who was spending money on SEO and article writing and all of that kind of stuff, that we empower them to have that within their own control. So over here in our SEO, let's look at the AI behind ranking this content as we start. So we start with SEO. We're starting to get some suggested words, which we'll get into in a second, but this is the really cool one. We look at optimization, and this gives me a live checklist, like a traffic light system, green, red, yellow. So I can see, for example, the post title is too short. Okay, cool. So the content needs to be mountain, spelled correctly, mountain biking and trails. All right, let's update my SEO traffic light system and see if we've got a green tick. Yep, we sure do. So now I can go through my content, I can optimize it, I can then schedule it and add it to my social media system to be shared amongst all of my different channels that we just showed a few moments ago. So the whole content element for driving social media, with the technology that brings the content and the human element to make it amazing by the end of the thing, in 5 minutes or less.
You're going to become the most hated company in the world by all the social media companies and agencies, you know. You're going to be putting a lot of people out of business.
No, what we're aiming to do is put a lot of people in business. When they can take the Comet Suite and help their businesses implement it, that's what we're here for. So flying through. So generating unique SEO optimized content in minutes that then can feed that social engine. And of course, foolproof referral campaigns launch for you automatically. So if you've got partners that refer you business, you can track where those leads are coming from. Building funnels. So Lorenzo, you're a fan of ClickFunnels. I'm going to do this really quickly, conscious of time. If I was to look at a ClickFunnels page, so I'm going to do this for Lorenzo. Okay. You've already got your pages on ClickFunnels right now?
Right now, no. All of them have been, put on pause because I'm focusing on my Kickstarter campaign. So, but I've put it on pause. But I did build many funnels with them. Okay,
cool. So let me grab what is it? What's the URL, Johan?
That's the wrong link. You've got it there next to it. Oh no, .com secrets. .com secrets.
.com secrets. That's right. That's Russell's own page that he
So
built.
you're saying you're going to duplicate a funnel?
In 30 seconds.
I don't even need to show it. I'm going to take this whole funnel straight into our system and allow a business owner complete editability without having to spend a fortune. So I can take this whole page and I can build it in here. And I'm going to say, yes, I do have permission to do that. So I can take this whole funnel page in and I can immediately have it in my system, completely editable and hosted on our platform with zero tech knowledge needed.
There was a guy last year who was trying to sell something like this in the ClickFunnels community for like $5,000. Just that thing, to clone existing funnels. Wow.
Well, there you go. That's part of what we do. So that's a, again, what we're about here, Lorenzo, is giving a business owner a suite of tools and saying, let us help you. That's what it's all about. So engagement with every prospect, web chat system. So you can actually have a live web chat, which can be diverted to any number of members of staff. So in other words,
beautiful picture.
You know, we've got Susie who works from 8 in the morning until midday. I want Susie to get the messages. And then in the afternoon, I want Jason to get the messages. So I can divert the chat, making sure that if a customer comes to my website and they engage with me, the right people are getting the messages. And that's a complete interaction. So we're providing a concierge. Like a lot of people have a shop, which is their website, right? But what we want to give them is a concierge to be able to take somebody who walks into the shop and say, how can I help you? Let me walk it through, and we do it all digitally in real time, right? So then we let our AI follow up every lead with SMS, email, voicemail. So imagine if a new customer came on board, picked up an amazing vegan leather handbag, and immediately they got an automated voicemail from you that says, hey, this is Lorenzo. I'm the CEO. I just wanted to say thanks for grabbing that bag. We really appreciate it. Now that can be automated. That voicemail can be delivered without her phone ever ringing. So she just goes beep, beep, and it's the CEO of her company saying, hey, thanks for picking up the bag. I really appreciate it. Nice, right? So with Comet Suite, you don't need to rely on Facebook and Google ads. You don't need to spend time writing articles for days. You don't need to call and chase leads. Comet does all of that for you. You don't have to be networking because we can tap your ideal clients with a click. You don't have to worry about reputation. This is not even, we haven't even covered that one. There's a complete social listening tool. If somebody mentions your brand, your product, your people, your children on the internet, this system alerts you about that mention straight away. You don't need to install chat software, $50 a month. You don't have to pick up data and analysis, which again is another thing that we didn't show you. You can actually pull apart an advertising campaign to see exactly where the traffic's coming from and what to target.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't need to have expensive funnel technology. You don't have to have autoresponders with ActiveCampaign or MailChimp. That's all built into the system. And you really don't have to be spending the whole rest of your life on Facebook trying to keep up. Integrating a multitude of booking systems and email programs. You don't even need to have all of those separate systems that don't work together. Everything built into one site, into one system.
I like that, Walter. Free headaches.
What was that? Yeah, my free headaches. You get, if you're spending all of those, you get free headaches. If you spend that $1,300 a month, you get free headaches. But with us, we've got everything covered in one suite, in one dashboard, starting from $297 a month.
Wow. This is a wow. So wow offer.
Yay.
And yeah, so absolutely amazing.
Thank you, man. I think for most businesses, if we have, this is something that we promise as well, we drop in a reactivation campaign for your old clients, let our AI take control of that. Hey, are you still in this area? Are you still working with us? What can we do to reactivate old customers? So all of these things are built within the suite. And Lorenzo, if you're sharing this with people, we'd really love it. We'd really appreciate it.
I will do that. Absolutely.
Is, let us help you find your ideal customer via lead generation and social media. And let us automate that customer experience to the point where they're actually doing business with you in an easy way and visible way that you can understand and scale. That's what we've built Comet Suite for. We're mentioning as a challenge, very nice lead in. What I've done is actually build in the first 7 days for a business owner as a challenge. So they say, hey, welcome. Day 1, I want you to get leads in the door. Day 2, I'm going to show you how to follow up those leads. Day 3, I'm going to show you exactly how to optimize your social media. Day 4, we're going to put social listening into place so that anybody's mentioning your brand, you know about it. So like a step-by-step daily challenge that actually brings people through. So that's kind of where we're.
Hey, Mr. Walt, we got to go because the other guys are waiting for us. Lorenzo.
Good.
Thank you, my friend. It's been
amazing.
That's
amazing. I'll definitely thank you for showing me this. This is a game changer. I'll show it to a few people I know, and we'll definitely stay in touch.
Perfect.
That'd be great. And I look forward to being on the podcast, man.
Absolutely. I'll send you. We'll connect on Facebook. I'll send you my Calendly, and we'll make it happen. Thanks, you guys.
Fantastic, man.